All right, so good afternoon, everyone. So just a quick introduction of myself. I am Gazel May Gatabayan. You can call me Miss Gaze, and I am a bookkeeping trainer. So for today's webinar, I would be discussing and showing you guys on how to navigate a development website, particularly in how to enroll students in different methods. And then I'll also show you how to create this discussion forum. All right. So this is for us to provide a technical support for facilitating an e-learning sessions. All right. So before I proceed, I've noticed that we are not yet complete as for the attendance. So I have here a QR code that you could scan. You could share it to your co-trainees or co-attendees who are not yet here in our webinar. All right. So while waiting for them, I would just like to have a quick check first with my audio. Can everybody hear me loud and clear?
Yes po. Loud and
All
clear.
right. Thank you so much, Mr. Lacuna. What about my visuals? Can you see me clearly?
Yes,
Just wanted to
visible.
check it. All right. Thank you. And as for the connection, I believe it works fine now. So I am hoping that we won't be having any difficulties later as we go along with our webinar. Okay. Thank you so much for the feedbacks. So now let's proceed. I have seen a couple of names entering the Zoom now. Based on the number of the participants, we are complete. So let's move forward with the discussion first of the netiquette. Uh, I would just like to have a quick reminder for everyone to please remain mute if you don't have any like inputs or um, comments, or if I haven't accepted your permission yet to unmute yourself. Okay, please remain mute for the meantime as I do my discussion. Also for the camera, okay, I would highly encourage everyone to please turn on your camera until the end of this webinar. But if you have poor connection or unstable internet as of the moment, you could turn that off. Don't worry, because since this is a recorded webinar, I'll just be providing you guys a link where you could access the recorded session. All right, and then just so you know, for this Zoom, if you have the updated version of it, you could access all the reactions there. Okay, then if you have some inputs you wanted to share to all of us, you could maximize the usage of the raise hand button. All right, just for us to avoid any distractions during our webinar discussion. All right, is that clear?
Clear po. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay. So as I've mentioned, we're going to be discussing about the technical support. So just to give a brief background, since as you've noticed, we are in the post-pandemic era, right? So we have shifted uh, a lot of processing procedures and the reality. So before we are just having some seminars um, uh, on site, like having physical attendance, but now we do have this, online webinar, right? And then same case with the um, what do you call this? Same case with the learning styles, okay, learning methods. We now conduct it via online, not just physical classes. So in our case, in bookkeeping course, we don't just want you guys to be stuck with the context of knowing what is bookkeeping and all. We just wanted you as well to go beyond the delivery of the content. Meaning to say, we also want you to learn and how to navigate different kinds of platforms online that are available out there. We want you to adopt to what is the current trends. Okay. Later on, I'll be giving you student access for you to try out different platforms. But for now, okay, let us focus on this agenda. Okay, I'll be teaching you on how to do manual enrollment, number one. Number two is self-enrollment. And then last would be the creation of discussion forum. Now let us try to navigate. So I have here on my screen, by the way, can you see my screen? Is it visible, guys, on your end? Hello, can you hear me? Is it
Yes
visible on
po.
your end?
Visible.
All right.
Visible is
Thank you
visible.
so much. Okay, let me just put this on full screen. Okay. In accessing the portal or this development site, first thing you must do is to log in. Make sure that you're logged in. So I'll be giving you credentials to access this site. So once you're logged in, okay, just click that one. Okay, make sure you're logged in. You could see your profile here on the upper part of the site. Just scroll down or find your course where you wanted your students to be enrolled in. All right, in our case, that's bookkeeping. So journalizing transactions. So once you're here, in order for you to do manual enrollment, you just need to go to participants. Okay, and you will be directed to this phase. As you've noticed, we have a couple of lists of students that are currently enrolled. Okay, so for me, I would say there are two ways on how to do manual enrollment. The first one is this one. Just click the enrolled users and go for enrollment methods. Okay, once you click that, it will direct you to this page. Okay, you will see here there are two methods. We have manual and this one. I'll be telling you guys what does it mean later on, but we'll focus first on the manual. You will see here that based on the users, on number of users, these are the number of students that are currently enrolled using a manual enrollment. Okay, and you could see here the add participant icon or enroll user. Just click that one and then try to search for a name. Okay, let's say name of a student, we have Angelica. We wanted to enroll Angelica in bookkeeping, just click add, and then you will eventually see, okay, the name that you added here on the left box. All right, another one, we have Archie, for example. We wanted to enroll Archie. Okay, there you have it. You have Archie here and then Angelica and the last one, Aqua. Okay, let's add Aqua. Okay, so we have now the list of names. So for us to check that they are officially enrolled to this course, let's go back again to participants. Let's just close this one first. And then you will see here the names of the newly enrolled students. Okay, so far, can you follow the process?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Following.
All right. Thank you so much. So currently we have Aqua, Archie, and then Angelica. So if you will notice, we have their details, their emails, and then make sure that their roles are under students. Okay. And then you will see here in the information icon the method of enrollment. Okay, for this particular student. So for Angelica, we did manual enrollment. Same with Aqua. Just click this one. Okay, and then same with Archie. Okay, so that's how we do the manual enrollment. Another way or shortcut to do manual enrollment is to just go to participants and then simply click enroll users. And then it will give you this space. Just type in the name you wanted to enroll. Let's say, let's just add one. Okay, Rancy. Okay, then click enroll users, and then you will see here Rancy. Then same scenario with the rest of the students. You could see here the info of Rancy. So if you've noticed, there is also a gear icon here where you could explore the setup here. If you want to change the status of Francie or in case she has been suspended, just click suspended and then click save. But for this one, in the meantime, let's just keep it as is. Okay, and then also there is a particular feature here when you want to like postpone the enrollment of the students. Let's say for Rancy, I want her to be enrolled on the 24th of September, then click enable, then save changes. You will notice that the status of Rancy is currently not current student, meaning she will only be officially enrolled in this course if the target date or the enrollment starts at the 24th of September. But for this day, let's just disable that one. Okay. You see, it goes back to being active. All right. So, okay, now we're done with the manual enrollment. Let's proceed with the self-enrollment. Okay, so just go to the participants. Make sure that it is under your course. So make sure that you're in the edit mode. And then So just click enrolled users and then go back to enrollment methods. And then you will see here, it should be self-assessment. So why it has been changed, I actually changed that earlier. So let's just try to edit that one out, then replace it with self-enrollment. Okay, and then you actually have a lot of features here. If you want the students to enroll in your course automatically, just don't put anything here, because if you put a key here, let's say 6 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's check. It will require the student who is not yet enrolled in the course to input the code for them to be enrolled. All right, and then there are also other features that you could explore here if you are on the instructor or trainer's interface. Okay, make sure that they're assigned a student as well. Okay, what else? Yes, same thing that I've discussed the earlier, start date, you can post date, their enrollment. And then if you wanted to have like a specific duration of time you want them to be enrolled, just click on this one and then enable the last, just reflect the last date you wanted them to be enrolled. Okay. And then for this one, I believe, yeah, this only works if you set this one up. Let's say your student has been inactive for a couple of days, like 90 days. If you set this one up and then click save, it will automatically unenroll that particular student. But for now, let's just put this as is. Okay, self-enrollment, and then go back to here. There's also a welcome message that you could customize here. So in my case, I'll just keep it as is, okay, and then save changes. All right, so that's how we navigate manual and enrollment methods. Okay, as you've noticed here, the name of the method has been changed, all right? But there are instances that this is disabled. Okay, you see this icon? So when I click this, it will disable the self-enrollment method. So make sure that it is enabled for the students, okay, can have access to the self-enrollment feature. Okay, and then I think we could try this one out. I'll be giving you your credentials. Hold on, let me just give you the credentials so that you could access it. May I ask Mr. Lacuna to try out the self-enrollment? Okay, let me just update the settings so you could share your screen. Would that be fine, Mr. Lacuna, if you could share your screen?
Sige po.
All right, thank you. Let me just stop my sharing. Okay, I'll give you a go signal if you will process your self-enrollment. Hold on. I'll just delete something on my end. All right, you may now proceed. You can now share your screen. So let us see how it works on your end. Okay, let's go step by step. All right, go to the course site. Okay, that's bookkeeping. You could go to home tab and then try to look for the bookkeeping course. Scroll down. Okay, there you go. And then the enrollment key is 6 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Click enroll me. All right, there you have it. Now you have the access for the course of bookkeeping. So thank you so much. Now I'll be sharing my screen again so that I could teach you how to create a forum or discussion forum. So allow me to share my screen. Now, in creating a discussion forum, you just need to, again, go to your course. Let me just show you. Click home and then find your course here. In my case, that's bookkeeping. Okay, let me just remove this one. Okay, so if you're here in this page already, You just need to find a place where you wanted to input your discussion forum. In my case, I would like to put it down here. Just click add an activity or resource. When you click that one, it will give you this options. You could be either chat, choice database, assignment, but for now, I will be using the forum feature. So just click forum. Okay, let's just wait. Okay, once you click that, it will direct you here. So now since you are in the instructor or trainer's interface, you could edit out the details for your form. Let's say, for example, this one would be technical open forum. Let's say forum. Okay, and then you could put your instructions, what the students could do in this forum. So let's say this is intended for any technical concerns. Feel free to drop by your let's just keep it that way for the meantime. And you could also click display so it would reflect on the bottom part of the discussion forum, and then you could check the availability. But in this case, since this is an open forum, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be editing this one out, but I think I wanted to give a restriction for this one because I want them to access this once they are done posting a discussion forum on the self-introduction. So for completion, no need, since this is just an open forum discussion, and then I'll just have to click save and display. Now you should have it on your end. Okay. Again, may I ask Mr. Lacuna to share your screen? Let's try out the discussion forum. All right. I'll just be stopping my share screen. Okay, you can now share your screen. Let's see how it works on your end. So since you've already enrolled in bookkeeping, okay, go to the course or my courses. And then click bookkeeping. And then check on the lower portion. All right. Okay, just click, type anything there for the meantime. All right. Post forum, and then you can access now via. Okay, were you able to access it? If not, I'll just set up the uh, restriction availability. Hold on. May I share my screen again? I'll just show you, okay, how did I update the availability of my forum. Okay, so I'll go to the settings again. Maybe I'll just remove the restriction for the meantime. Okay, restrict access. Okay, just remove it. Then save and display. All right, okay. Can you try it now? All right, so go to the lower part. Self-introduction, not available unless the activity is marked complete. Oh, okay, there you go. So just click add discussion topic and then just type in any concerns that you've encountered and then post to the forum. All right. Okay. Now you have posted in our discussion forum. Thank you so much for participating, Mr. Lacuna. Allow me to share my screen again. Okay, share screen. All right. So here, okay, when I try to refresh the site, it should reflect my students' responses. Okay, there you go. So as you've noticed, I have received Mr. Lacuna's forum. Okay, so I'll just be clicking this discussion. If I wanted to respond to my student, I'll just basically click the reply button here and then respond. Let's say his concern is all about submitting a quiz for the context. Okay, I'll just be replying, hi, Mr. Lacuna, please send a screenshot so I could check. And then I'll just be clicking the post to forum, so it will also reflect to Mr. Lacuna's end. So that is the end of my discussion about accessing and navigating the development website. Now going back to my presentation here, okay, if in case you cannot access the site, definitely you could reach out to me in any other platforms. Like I also have WhatsApp, Viber, Skype, Messenger. You could also reach out to me. If you have Telegram, LinkedIn, and email. So here are my details. Just, if my name is needed, just type on my name, and yeah, you could um, reach out to me directly. All right. So whatever communication platform, okay, you preferred, that would be better on my end. All right. So is there any questions or concerns so far
None at
regarding
the
my
moment.
discussion?
None
None
at
at
the
the
moment.
moment. All right.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Yes. Okay. Now, I would just like to end my webinar by thanking you all guys for participating and, of course, attending for today's webinar. So I really hope that you learned something today. So I am not forcing everyone to be uh, tech savvy, okay? But I wanted to highly recommend or suggest that you guys practice and explore a lot of platforms, because we using different platforms, especially in your course, are really helpful. It's gonna be your edge among other, like future in future competitions, right? So I'll be highly encouraging everyone to use different kinds of platforms. All right. So if there are any if there's no other concerns now, you may now leave our Zoom. So once again, thank you so much for attending. Bye.
Okay, thank you, Sir Laguna, and see you later.
Aalis na po ako, sir.
Yes,
Yes, bye-bye
Yes.
po. Thank you po.
Thank
having
you.
our interview. Sige po pa, unshare po ng ating screen. Yan. Hello, Glaze.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah. So before we proceed with your feedback, so we will be having questions in pertains of your demonstrations. So proving question, ma'am, muna tayo. So how will you know, or how will you check when it comes to your LMS, okay, yung mga student, if they are there in your course site? So
I
paano
could
mo
check.
malalaman?
I could check if my students are in my course site if there is a timestamp. I believe that's the term there. If it reflects never, that only means that the student never opened my course site, or I haven't opened my course site yet.
Okay. So in the act improving question, here's now your question for the interview. Okay. So here's the question. What are the online e-learning assessment methodologies can you employ to assess the following cognitive levels and why? Again, what are online e-learning assessment methodologies you can employ to assess the following cognitive levels and why? So number one, knowledge. So how will you employ the e-learning assessment for the knowledge base?
Okay. Based on, I mean, if I were to check the knowledge of the student, I would definitely create a quiz or discussion forum for them to respond, and then I could set up a particular what do you call this, particular like rubrics, so that I could check if they really learn on a particular topic that we've discussed. And then I could also create a Google form, and then I could just attach the link there, um, and having some questions for me to assess if they really learned on that particular topic.
Okay, for the second one, about the skills, how will you know? Di ba? Yung tinatawag nating e-learning assessment methodologies for you to assess skills.
For the skills, I could ask them to have a one-on-one demo with me, just for me to see if they could do it actual. If not, if they're not available or for any reason, I could ask them to prepare like a video recording of them doing the task I asked them to do.
So in short, that is virtual demonstration, right?
Yes,
And
exactly.
recorded demonstration.
Mhm.
How about you? How about attitude? How will you assess the e-learning assessment?
For the attitude, I believe I could assess that during my synchronous discussion or online or actual discussion, if they are following the netiquette, which is something that I keep on reiterating with my trainees. So if they have something to share or like inputs to discuss with the team or with the class, I would allow them to just I'll just ask them to raise their hands virtually so that I could give the floor to them, and then I could also ask them to navigate or maximize the usage of the reaction buttons in the Zoom.
Okay, so let's conclude our question and answer. And
All
so
right,
based
thank
on the
you.
interview we had today, so we assess our e-learning trainees by means of different kinds of interactive contents. For the knowledge base, we use e-quizzes. Okay? Some other of the quizzes can be in the form of the learning management system, in the form of the Google Forms. Okay? While on the skill-based naman, we will be having our synchronous virtual demonstration like this, the pre-recorded, okay, activity and to be submitted via email. And also for the attitude base, we will be having a synchronous online interview or question and answer like this. And so all of that is well said by you. Okay, so let's proceed with the feedback. First thing first, you have a good communication. And I salute you for that. And maganda yung communication. Talagang noong pa hanggang ngayon, ganyan ka na. Bakit ka ganyan? And secondly, I like the presentation. It is a detailed presentation and is a well-organized and knowledgeable when it comes to navigating our learning management system. However, di ba, for you to improve yourself in pertains of the different kinds of platform, yeah, you will be having a continuous learning so that you can improve yourself based on the e-learning session that you will pertains on your qualification. And with all said and that, okay, so you, Miss Gleason May Gatlubayan, so I found out that you are competent on this facilitate e-learning session. So congratulations po sa inyo. So
Thank you
I
so
hope
much.
you learn a lot from this session. Okay. Then with that, ma'am, you can now end our record.
All
Okay.
right, thank you.